Dr. Alex worked late again in his small laboratory. The coffee had gone cold hours ago, but he didn't notice. Numbers and research data filled his computer screen. As a scientist who studied communication between different species, Alex spent most of his time alone with his books and experiments. The phone rang at exactly 11:47 p.m. Alex almost didn't answer it. Who calls this late? But something made him pick up the phone. Dr. Alex Chen. This is General Williams from the Space Research Center. We need you here right now. It's urgent. Alex rubbed his tired eyes. General, it's almost midnight. Can't this wait until morning? Doctor, we have a visitor. A very special visitor. And she asked for you by name. 20 minutes later, Alex stood outside a huge government building he'd never seen before. Armed guards checked his identification 3 times. They led him through long hallways filled with people in military uniforms, all looking very serious and worried. What's going on here? Alex asked a young officer walking beside him. You'll see soon enough, sir. Just try to stay calm. They stopped at a thick metal door. The general waited there, looking like he hadn't slept in days. Dr. Chen, before you go in there, I need you to understand something. What you're about to see will change everything you think you know about life in the universe. Are you ready? Alex nodded, though his hands were shaking a little. The door opened with a soft hiss. The room was huge and bright white. Strange equipment lined the walls, beeping and flashing with lights Alex had never seen before. But none of that mattered when he saw her. She stood in the center of the room, and Alex forgot how to breathe. She was tall, maybe 7 feet, with skin that glowed soft blue like moonlight on water. Her hair looked like liquid silver, flowing down her back and moving as if underwater. But her eyes were the color of deep purple flowers, large and kind and looking directly at him. Hello, Alex, she said in perfect English, though her voice sounded like music. I have been waiting to meet you. Alex's mouth opened and closed like a fish. No words came out. She smiled, and it was the most beautiful thing he'd ever seen. My name is Luna. I come from a planet very far from here. I have traveled for many years to find you. Find me? Alex finally managed to speak. Why? Luna stepped closer. The scientists and military people around the room tensed up, but she ignored them completely. I have been listening to your world's radio signals for many years. I heard your research papers being discussed on your science programs. Your work on how different species communicate fascinated me. You think in ways that match how my people think. Alex felt dizzy. This couldn't be real. Beautiful alien women didn't just show up and say they'd been listening to his boring research papers. I don't understand, he said weakly. Luna tilted her head, studying him like he was the most interesting thing in the universe. On my planet, we choose life partners based on mental compatibility. We scan minds to find perfect matches. But you are different. Your mind creates patterns I have never seen before. Beautiful, complex patterns that make my heart feel strange new things. The room went completely silent except for the humming of machines. Then Luna said the words that would change Alex's life forever. I have come here to learn your customs of pair bonding. What do I have to do to marry you, human? Someone dropped a coffee cup. It shattered on the floor with a crash that seemed incredibly loud in the silence. Alex stared at her. You want to? What, marry? Take you as my life partner. Bond with you forever. Luna said these things like she was discussing the weather. Is this not the correct word? General Williams stepped forward quickly. Now wait just a minute here. Luna turned her violet eyes to him, and the general stopped talking immediately. I'm not speaking to you, she said politely but firmly. I am speaking to Alex. She looked back at Alex with hope shining in her alien eyes. I know this must seem sudden to you, but I have studied your species for decades. I understand that humans need time to develop feelings. I am willing to learn your courtship rituals. I will do whatever is necessary to win your affection. Alex's brain felt like it was melting. But we just met. I don't even know you. Then we will get to know each other, Luna said simply. This is how love works. For humans, yes? You spend time together, share experiences, learn about each other's hopes and dreams. Well, yes. But then we will do this. I am a fast learner. Dr. Peterson, the head scientist, finally found his voice. This is impossible. We need to study her, run tests, understand her technology. Luna waved her hand, and suddenly Dr. Peterson couldn't speak. His mouth moved, but no sound came out. I did not come here to be studied like a specimen, Luna said calmly. I came here for Alex. I will share my knowledge freely with your people, but only if Alex agrees to give me a chance. She turned back to Alex, and her expression softened. I know I am different from your species. I know this situation is overwhelming, but I have watched your world for so long, and you are the only human who thinks like I do. When I read your work on interspecies communication, I felt something I had never felt before. My people call it soul recognition. Alex swallowed hard. What exactly does that mean? It means I believe we are meant to be together, not because of duty or arrangement, but because our minds fit together like pieces of a puzzle. Will you at least give me the chance to prove this to you? The room full of important people waited for his answer. Alex looked at Luna, really looked at her, and saw something that surprised him. Under all that alien beauty and advanced technology, she looked nervous, hopeful, vulnerable, like any person taking a chance on love. Alex started, then stopped. This was crazy. This was impossible. This was the kind of thing that happened in movies, not to boring scientists who spent their nights alone in laboratories. But looking into Luna's eyes, Alex realized something. For the first time in his adult life, he wasn't bored. His heart was pounding. His hands were shaking, and he felt more alive than he had in years. Okay? He heard himself saying, Let's see what happens. Luna's face lit up like a sunrise, and Alex knew his quiet, predictable life was over forever, and for the first time in years, he was excited to find out what came next. 3 days after Luna's shocking marriage proposal, Alex found himself in the strangest situation of his life. The government had built a special living space for Luna, right next to the research facility. It looked like a mix between a spaceship and a fancy hotel room, with walls that glowed softly and furniture that seemed to float in the air. Alex knocked on her door at exactly 9 a.m., as they had agreed. Come in, Alex. Luna's musical voice called out. He opened the door and immediately wished he hadn't. Luna stood in the middle of her room, surrounded by what looked like a flower shop explosion. Hundreds of different flowers covered every surface, roses, daisies, tulips, and many Alex didn't recognize. Surprise, Luna said happily, her blue skin glowing brighter with excitement. I have been studying your human courtship rituals. The research says males appreciate when females bring them flowers, so I made you flowers. You made them? Alex asked, stepping carefully around a pile of sunflowers. Yes, I analyzed the molecular structure and created them from the carbon in the air. Are they not beautiful? Alex looked around at the chaos. Some flowers were normal-sized. Others were as big as dinner plates. A few roses were actually glowing and making soft humming sounds. Luna. There, wow. But usually, it's the man who brings flowers to the woman. And maybe just a small bunch, not this many. Luna's face fell. Oh, I misunderstood. Human customs are very confusing. Alex felt bad seeing her disappointment. Hey, it's okay. The thought was really sweet, and they are beautiful. Just maybe a few less next time. Luna smiled again and waved her hand. All the flowers except a small bouquet of normal roses disappeared into sparkles of light. Better? She asked. Much better, thank you. She handed him the roses, and when their fingers touched, Alex felt a small electric shock. Not painful, just tingly. Now, Luna said, clapping her hands together, I have prepared another human bonding activity, cooking. Alex's eyes widened. In horror, Luna led him to her kitchen area, where something that might have once been food was bubbling in a pot. It was green and purple and making sounds like a small animal. I studied your favorite foods from your personal files, Luna explained proudly. You like pizza, chocolate cake, and coffee. So I combined them all into one dish, the mixture in. The pot made a small explosion, sending green bubbles floating around the room. Alex tried very hard not to laugh. Luna, that's creative. But humans usually don't mix pizza and cake together. They don't. But efficiency is good, yes? Why eat 3 separate foods when you can have one food that tastes like all 3? Because some things just don't go together, even if they're all good separately. Luna looked confused. This makes no logical sense. Love doesn't always make logical sense either, Alex said without thinking, then blushed. I mean, relationships don't always make logical sense. Luna stared at him with those big purple eyes. Are we in a relationship now, Alex? Alex's face turned red. We're getting to know each other. Good, Luna said, looking pleased. Then you will not mind when I do this. Before Alex could ask what this was, Luna moved closer to him, much closer. She leaned down and looked directly into his eyes from only inches away. What are you doing? Alex whispered. I am studying your facial expressions. Your eyes change. Color when you are embarrassed. This is fascinating. Alex couldn't move. Luna's face was so close he could see the tiny sparkles in her blue skin, like stars scattered across the night sky. Luna, yes, personal space is important to humans. We need some distance when we talk. Luna immediately stepped back. Oh, I apologize. My people do not have this concept. We share thoughts directly, so physical closeness means nothing to us. You could read minds? Alex asked, alarmed. Not exactly. We share emotions and basic thoughts. When we touch, but with you, I sense only confusion and something warm. Is this normal? Alex sat down heavily on her floating couch, which was surprisingly comfortable. Luna, can I ask you something? Of course. Why me? Really? You could probably have any man on earth. You're beautiful, incredibly smart. You have amazing technology. Why did you choose someone like me? Luna sat down beside him, careful to leave space between them. May I tell you a story? She asked. Alex nodded. On my planet, we have a saying, the mind that questions everything is the mind worth knowing. When I first heard your research papers, you were asking questions no one else was asking. You wondered if different species could truly understand each other, not just communicate. You believed that connection was possible across any barrier. She turned to look at him. Do you know how rare that is? Most beings, even my own people, believe understanding is only possible between similar minds. But you spent your life trying to bridge differences. Alex felt something warm spread through his chest. When I read your work, Luna continued, I thought, here is someone who would not see me as just an alien. He would see me as another being trying to connect. Was I wrong? Alex looked at her, really looked at her. Yes, she was alien. Yes, this whole situation was crazy. But sitting here, listening to her talk about his work with such genuine understanding and admiration, no. He said quietly, you weren't wrong. Luna's skin glowed a little brighter. So you will continue to let me court you? Court me? Alex couldn't help but smile. Is that what you're calling this? Yes. I am courting Alex Chen, human scientist and beautiful mind. I will learn all your customs and win your heart properly. Just then, her cooking experiment made a loud pop and started smoking. Although, Luna said, looking embarrassed, I may need help with the cooking part. Alex started laughing. He couldn't help it. The whole situation was so ridiculous and sweet. And impossible. What is funny? Luna asked, but she was smiling too. Nothing, Alex said, still chuckling. Everything. I can't believe this is my life now. Is that good or bad? Alex looked at her eager, hopeful face and realized something surprising. For the first time in years, he wasn't thinking about work or research or anything else. He was just happy. It's good, he said. Definitely good. But Luna, yes, tomorrow. Let me teach you how to make actual human food. And maybe we could just talk. Get to know each other without the molecular flower creation or floating furniture. Luna nodded enthusiastically. Yes, I would like this very much. I want to know everything about Alex Chen, not just his research papers. As Alex left Luna's quarters that evening, he realized something had changed. He was actually looking forward to tomorrow. And for a man who had spent most of his adult life preferring books to people, that felt like the beginning of something extraordinary. Even if that something involved a 7-foot-tall alien woman who thought pizza-flavored cake was a good idea. 2 weeks had passed since Luna started her unusual courtship of Alex. Things had been going surprisingly well. She had learned to make coffee without exploding the kitchen, and Alex had gotten used to her habit of appearing suddenly in his office to ask questions about human emotions. But that peaceful time ended on a Tuesday morning when Alex walked into the research center to find it surrounded by military vehicles. "What's going on?" Alex asked Dr. Kim, his colleague, who stood outside looking worried. "They're moving Luna," Dr. Kim said quietly. "General Williams says she's too dangerous to keep here. They're taking her to a secure facility in the mountains." Alex's heart started pounding. "They can't do that. She hasn't done anything wrong. Try telling them that." Alex ran inside, pushing past security guards who tried to stop him. He found Luna in her quarters, calmly packing her few belongings while soldiers watched her every move. "Luna," Alex called out. She turned, and he saw something in her eyes he'd never seen before, sadness mixed with resignation. "Hello, Alex. I was hoping to see you before they move me. This is crazy. You're not a prisoner." General Williams appeared in the doorway. "Dr. Chen, please step aside. This is for national security." "National security?" Alex turned to face him. "She's been nothing but helpful. She shared her medical knowledge, helped us understand new technologies." "And that's exactly the problem," the general said coldly. "She knows too much about us now. We can't risk having an alien with that much information living freely." Luna placed a gentle hand on Alex's shoulder. "It's all right, Alex. I understand their fear. But I don't," Alex said, frustrated. "This isn't right." As they argued, something incredible happened. The air in the room began to shimmer, and suddenly another figure materialized out of nothing. This new alien was even taller than Luna, with darker blue skin and silver markings across his face. His presence filled the room with a power that made everyone step back. "Luna 7, he said in a voice like thunder, "you have stayed away too long." Luna's face went pale. "Zane 3, I did not expect you to come here. Your absence was noticed. The council sent me to bring you home." Alex looked between them, confused. "Luna, who's this?" The tall alien turned his intense gaze to Alex. "I am Zane 3, Luna's intended life partner. We were bonded by our planetary councils before she left on this foolish mission." Alex felt like someone had punched him in the stomach. "Intended partner?" Luna stepped closer to Alex, her voice urgent. "Alex, let me explain." "There is nothing to explain," Zane 3 interrupted. "Luna, you have had your time to study these humans. Now you must return and fulfill your duties to our people." "My duties?" Luna's voice grew stronger. "What about my choice?" Zane 3 looked at her with surprise. "Since when do we speak of choice in bonding matters? The council decided we are genetically compatible. That is enough." "Not anymore," Luna said firmly. "I have learned about human concepts of love, about choosing your partner based on feelings, not just genetic compatibility." Alex's head was spinning. "Wait, Luna, you never told me you were already promised to someone." Luna turned to him, her purple eyes pleading. "Because it doesn't matter. The arrangement was made before I understood what love could be. Before I met you." Zane 3 made a sound that might have been laughter. "Love? You speak of this primitive human emotion. Luna, you were sent here to study their weaknesses, not to adopt them. Study our weaknesses?" Alex stared at Luna. "Is that why you came here? Not because you fell in love with my research, but because you were spying on us." Luna's silence was answer enough. Alex felt betrayed and angry. "So everything you told me was a lie? All that stuff about soul recognition and finding me fascinating?" "No," Luna said desperately. "Alex, yes, I was sent to study your people. But everything changed when I actually met you. The feelings I have for you are real." "How can I believe that?" Alex asked, his voice breaking. How do I know what's real and what's part of your mission? Zane 3 watched this exchange with cold interest. See how these humans make you weak, Luna? See how they fill your mind with confusion and doubt? Come home now, and we will cleanse these foreign emotions from your system. I don't want them cleansed. Luna shouted, surprising everyone. These emotions make me feel alive in ways I never knew were possible. She turned to Alex, tears streaming down her blue cheeks. Alex, I know I should have told you the truth about my mission, but everything I feel for you is real. When I touch your hand, when I see you smile, when you explain human customs to me, with such patience, these feelings are mine, not programmed by the council. Alex wanted to believe her. Looking at her tears, at the pain in her eyes, part of him did believe her. But the betrayal still hurt. Luna, he said quietly, how do I know you're not just saying what you think I want to hear? Before Luna could answer, Zane 3 stepped forward. Enough of this, Luna. You will come with me now, or I will be forced to take more direct action. What kind of direct action? General Williams asked, his hand moving to his weapon. Zane 3 barely glanced at him. Your primitive weapons cannot harm me, human. But I could destroy this entire facility with a thought if Luna continues to resist. You wouldn't. Luna gasped. Our people are dying, Luna. Our planet will be uninhabitable within 50 years. We need strong genetic pairings to ensure our survival. Your personal feelings mean nothing compared to the survival of our species. Alex saw Luna struggle with this. He could see the weight of responsibility crushing down on her. Go, Alex said quietly. Everyone turned to look at him. Alex, Luna whispered. Go with him, Luna. If your people need you, if they're dying, you have to help them. Luna stared at him in shock. But what about us? Alex's heart was breaking, but he forced himself to speak. Maybe there never was an us. Maybe I was just part of your mission all along. That's not true, isn't it? Alex turned away, unable to look at her anymore. Just go, Luna. Save your people. Forget about the silly human who actually believed an alien could fall in love with him. The room went silent except for the sound of Luna crying. Very well, Zane 3 said coldly. Luna, we leave now. As they prepared to transport away, Luna broke free from Zane 3's grip and ran to Alex. This isn't over, she whispered urgently. I will find a way to prove my love to you. I will find a way to save my people and still choose you. Before Alex could respond, she pressed her lips to his dot. The kiss lasted only seconds, but in that moment, Alex felt everything, her memories, her emotions, her genuine love for him flooding. Through their connection, he saw the truth, her mission, yes, but also her real feelings, her struggle between duty and love. Then she was gone, transported away with Zane 3. Leaving Alex alone with the knowledge that everything she felt for him was real, and that he had just lost the most extraordinary love of his life. 1 month after Luna left with Zane 3, Alex thought his life might finally return to normal. He was wrong. It started with a knock on his apartment door at 6 a.m. Alex opened it to find a reporter with a camera crew standing in his hallway. Dr. Alex Chen, I'm Lisa Park from Channel 7 News. Can you comment on your romantic relationship with the alien visitor known as Luna? Alex slammed the door shut, his heart racing. How did they find out? The government had promised to keep everything secret. His phone started ringing immediately. Then it rang again, and again. By the time Alex managed to get dressed and sneak out the back of his building, news vans surrounded his apartment complex. His face was already on the morning news with the headline, Local Scientist Alien Love Affair. Alex called Dr. Kim from his car. How did this happen? Someone leaked the security footage, Dr. Kim said grimly. The video of Luna kissing you before she left is all over the internet. It's gone viral. Alex groaned. This is a nightmare. It gets worse. The footage also shows her saying she loves you and that she'll find a way back. People are calling it the greatest love story ever told. Others are calling it a threat to humanity. When Alex finally made it to the research center, he found protesters outside. Some held signs saying love has no boundaries and welcome our alien friends. Others held signs saying humans only and stop the alien invasion. Inside the building, General Williams was waiting with a very unhappy expression. Dr. Chen, we have a problem. 3 more alien ships have appeared in our solar system. They're demanding to speak with you specifically. Alex sat down heavily. Let me guess. Luna's people want to negotiate something, and now they think I'm some kind of alien ambassador. Exactly, and thanks to the media circus. The whole world knows about your relationship. We're getting calls from every government on Earth. Dr. Kim entered the room looking excited. Alex, you need to see this. We just received a transmission. It's from Luna. They rushed to the communications room where a large screen showed Luna's face. She looked tired but determined. Alex, her voice came through clearly. I hope you receive this message. I know you must be angry with me, but please listen. Alex's heart jumped at seeing her again, even just on a screen. My people are in great danger. Our planet is dying faster than we thought, but while studying the data you and I collected together, I discovered something amazing. The combination of human creativity and our advanced technology could save both our worlds. Luna leaned closer to the camera. Alex, remember the terraforming project we discussed? The one you said was impossible. It's not impossible. Together, we could create new worlds where both humans and my people could live. The transmission flickered, and Luna's voice became urgent. But there's something else. Zane 3 discovered that our bonding process isn't what the Council told us when I kissed you. We began a biological connection that my people have never seen before. My body is changing, adapting to yours. The Council fears this change, but I believe it's evolution. Alex stared at the screen, his mind racing. I'm sending detailed scientific data with this message. Study it, Alex. If you find what I think you'll find, then you'll know my love for you isn't just emotion. It's biological fact. The transmission ended, leaving Alex staring at a blank screen. Well, General Williams said after a moment, that was unexpected. Dr. Kim was already pulling up the scientific data Luna had sent. Alex, look at this. These cellular changes she's talking about. If this is real, it means interspecies bonding is actually possible on a genetic level. Alex studied the data, his scientific mind taking over despite his emotional turmoil. This is incredible. According to this, Luna's cells are restructuring themselves to match human DNA patterns. But that should be impossible. Unless, Dr. Kim said quietly, love really can overcome biological barriers. Before Alex could respond, alarms started blaring throughout the building. What now? Alex muttered. General Williams' radio crackled to life. Sir, we have 3 alien ships descending toward Earth's atmosphere. They're requesting permission to land. Tell them to stay back, sir. They say they're not here to fight. They say they're here for a wedding. Alex felt the blood drain from his face. A wedding. Dr. Kim was reading more of Luna's transmitted data. Alex, there's more here. According to this, Luna refused to bond with Zane 3. She told her council that she had already begun the bonding process with a human. They're coming here to see if it's true. And if it's not true? Alex asked. Dr. Kim's face went pale. According to this, they'll consider her mentally unstable and take her away permanently. They'll also classify humans as a dangerous influence and recommend our planet be quarantined. Alex felt the weight of 2 worlds on his shoulders. So if I can't prove that Luna and I have this biological connection, they'll not only take her away forever, but they'll also cut off all contact with humanity? That's what it looks like. General Williams stepped forward. Dr. Chen, I need to ask you something, and I need you to be completely honest. Do you love her? Alex thought about Luna's excitement when she first created flowers for him, her confusion about human customs, her tears when Zane 3 came for her, the way she looked at him like he was the most fascinating person in the universe. Yes. He said quietly, I love her, even knowing she was originally sent here to spy on us. She could have continued spying. Instead, she chose to help us. She chose to trust me with her real feelings. That means something. General Williams nodded. Then we better figure out how to prove this biological bonding thing is real. Because those ships will land in 6 hours. and the fate of both our species might depend on what happens next. Alex looked back at the screen where Luna's message had played. Somewhere up in space, she was probably just as scared as he was. But she had risked everything to send him this information, to give them a chance. Dr. Kim, Alex said, determination growing in his voice, let's run every test we can on my DNA. If Luna and I really are bonding biologically, there should be traces of it in my system too. And if there aren't, Alex thought about Luna's courage in defying her entire species for love. Then I'll have to find another way to prove that love between species is real. Because I'm not losing her again. As the alien ships moved closer to Earth, Alex realized this was no longer just about his and Luna's relationship. The whole future of human-alien contact depended on whether love could really conquer all the barriers between them. He just hoped 6 hours would be enough time to save 2 worlds and win back the woman he loved. 5 hours and 30 minutes. That's all the time Alex had left before the alien ships would land and decide the fate of 2 worlds. Dr. Kim rushed into the lab with test results in his hands. Alex, you need to see this. Your DNA is changing. Alex looked up from the computer where he'd been studying Luna's data. Changing how? Look at these scans. Your cellular structure shows traces of the same crystalline patterns we detected in Luna's samples. It's like your bodies are trying to adapt to each other. Alex stared at the results. So Luna was right. We really are bonding biologically. But there's a problem, Dr. Kim said grimly. The changes are incomplete. Without Luna here to complete the process, these cellular modifications could become unstable. You could get very sick. Before Alex could respond, General Williams burst into the room. They're landing early. The ships are coming down now. Through the lab windows, Alex could see 3 massive silver ships descending from the sky like floating cities. People all over the world were probably watching this moment on television. Are you ready for this? General Williams asked. Alex wasn't sure anyone could be ready for what was about to happen, but he nodded anyway. The ships landed in the open field next to the research center. A group of tall, blue-skinned aliens emerged, led by an elderly female with intricate silver markings covering her arms. That must be their council leader, Dr. Kim whispered. As they approached the building, Alex saw Luna walking behind them. Even from a distance, he could tell something was wrong. She moved slowly, like she was sick or injured. The meeting took place in the largest conference room they had. Alex sat across from the alien council leader, with Luna positioned between them. She looked pale, and her usual glow was dim. I'm Elder Vera-1, the council leader announced in perfect English. We have come to investigate Luna 7's claims about biological bonding with a human. Alex tried to catch Luna's eye, but she kept looking down at her hands. Luna 7 has defied our laws by refusing her assigned mate, Elder Vera-1 continued. She claims to have formed an unprecedented connection with your species. If this is true, it could change everything we know about interspecies relationships. And if it's not true? Alex asked. Elder Vera-1's expression was cold. Then Luna 7 will be declared mentally unstable and removed from active society. Your planet will be marked as a corrupting influence and quarantined indefinitely. Alex felt anger rise in his chest. You punish our entire world because the people fell in love. Love, Zane 3 spoke from beside the elder, is not logical. It makes beings act against the good of their species. Maybe that's because you don't understand what love really is, Alex said. Standing up, love isn't about logic. It's about choosing to care for someone more than yourself. It's about growing together and becoming better people because of each other. Luna finally looked up at him, and Alex saw tears in her purple eyes. Luna has made me a better person, Alex continued. She's shown me that communication and understanding can bridge any gap. She's taught me that being different doesn't mean being incompatible. Elder Vera-1 studied him carefully. These are pretty words, human. But we need proof of biological bonding, not speeches about emotion. Dr. Kim stepped forward with his tablet. We have that proof. Both Alex and Luna show cellular changes consistent with adaptive bonding. Their DNA is literally adapting to create compatibility. The elder examined the data, her expression unreadable. Interesting, she said finally, but incomplete. The bonding process requires physical contact to stabilize. Without completion, both subjects will experience cellular degradation. Alex looked at Luna with concern. Is that why you look sick? Luna nodded weakly. The separation has been difficult. My body began adapting to yours, but without your presence, the process is incomplete. Then let's complete it, Alex said without hesitation. Zane 3 stepped forward aggressively. You don't understand what you're suggesting. Human. Biological. Bonding between species has never been attempted. You could both die. Or we could both live, Alex said, looking directly at Luna. Together. Luna's face showed hope for the first time since she'd arrived. Alex, are you certain? Once the bonding is complete, we will be connected for life. My lifespan is much longer than yours. You would be choosing to share that extended life, but also to tie your fate to mine forever. Alex thought about his quiet, lonely life before Luna arrived. Then he thought about the joy he'd felt learning about her world, the excitement of discovering new possibilities, the way she made him feel like the most important person in the universe. Luna, he said, walking toward her, you asked me what you had to do to marry me. The answer is simple. Just be yourself. Be the amazing, brilliant, kind person you are. That's all you ever had to do. Elder Vera 1 held up her hand. Wait, if we allow this bonding to proceed, and it succeeds, it will prove that our species can evolve beyond our current limitations. But if it fails, it won't fail, Alex said confidently, reaching for Luna's hand. We've already proven that love can overcome biological barriers. Now we just need to trust in that love. Luna stood up slowly and took his hand. The moment their skin touched, Alex felt the same electric connection they'd experienced during their first kiss, but stronger. The cellular changes are accelerating, Dr. Kim said, watching his instruments. Both of their life signs are stabilizing. Alex looked into Luna's eyes and saw his own reflection there, but more than that. He saw their future together, their shared dreams, their combined strength. I love you, Luna 7 of the Zelothian people, Alex said clearly, so everyone could hear. And I love you, Alex Chen of Earth, Luna replied, her voice growing stronger. The room filled with a soft blue light as their bonding completed. Alex felt Luna's memories, her emotions, her hopes for their future, and he felt her experiencing his own thoughts and feelings in return. When the light faded, they were still holding hands, but something fundamental had changed. Alex felt stronger, more aware, and completely connected to Luna in a way that went beyond anything he'd ever imagined. Elder Vera 1 stared at them in amazement. Incredible. The bonding is complete and stable. This changes everything we thought we knew about species compatibility. Zane 3 looked defeated, but not angry. I see. Now that what Luna feels for you is real, our people will need to reconsider many of our beliefs about bonding and choice. 6 months later, Alex and Luna stood together in a garden behind their new home, watching their combined research team work on terraforming projects that would save Luna's planet while helping Earth's environment. Luna's people had shared their advanced technology in exchange for human creativity and adaptability. The partnership was thriving, and several other human-alien relationships had begun forming. Do you ever regret it? Luna asked, watching Alex tend to flowers that grew using Zelothian enhancement techniques. Regret what? Alex asked, putting his arm around her. Choosing such a complicated life. You could have had a simple, quiet existence. Alex looked at her and smiled. Luna, before I met you, I was barely living. I was just existing. You didn't complicate my life. You gave me a life worth living. Luna's skin glowed brighter with happiness. And you answered the most important question I ever asked, which was, what do I have to do to marry you, human? The answer was just to love you with everything I had. Alex kissed her softly, and you did. You loved me enough to defy your entire species, travel across the galaxy, and change the course of history for 2 worlds. As they watched the sunset together, Alex realized that sometimes the most extraordinary love stories begin with the simplest question. And sometimes the answer to that question can change everything.